episode 19. Obviously a bit of a tough game on the weekend, Huey. In the review, though, get to see that second and third quarter and, the way we played at the G, but no beating around the bush. It was a tough couple of days after the game, and I'm sure everyone listening and, that supports us as a footy club would be feeling the same way. But, what are your thoughts? I know we've probably spoken about it 100 times, but how are you feeling today?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. I think to get in yesterday and review the game and see how much we did well, but also where we cost ourselves was good. You almost wish you could get in and do the review a day after the game instead of having to wait for so long, because in your head you're just stewing over things and wondering what you could have done differently personally or as a team. But I think seeing the stats and seeing how long we played great football for, and how much we could have changed in those little periods of time at the start and at the end where we didn't play so well, was quite positive for the group and gave me a lot of confidence going forward. But at the end of the day, we didn't come away with the 4 points, so just puts a bit more pressure on us to keep delivering. But yeah, lots of positive signs.
Yeah, definitely. I guess, we were talking about it yesterday in the review, the 10 minutes in the start of the game where they got the jump on us and 10 minutes at the end. Just so many little learnings that things we've been doing well all year. And I guess one of the points that we were bringing it back to is you'd rather do it now and learn from these mistakes now. And, going forward, we can rectify them and get them going. But talk about some positives from the game. Like we spoke about it yesterday, but some of the moments in the game, in these games that have that finals-like atmosphere, it's important that you win your moments. And, Jasper and Will had massive moments. Jasper's goal again. He's just getting in the habit of kicking the goals on the run. And,
highlight reel.
We spoke about that contest where Will sat under the high ball and got hit, which was good. But Joey's starting to continue his form and play some good footy as well.
Yeah, I think Ashley and Jasper, even during the game, you sort of saw those acts and were lifted by that. It was pretty exciting when Fletch kicked that goal, just being able to run over them and the joy and the energy that those guys have brought to this team. Darcy Wilmot's another one. Kitty, Stas, these guys are constantly are putting in those efforts and that courage that Ashley showed to stand under that high ball when it's probably the most vulnerable position you can be in on a footy field. It is absolutely horrible, and he just did not look like missing it. So there's so many positives with those young boys. We've got 4 or 5 kids that are 18 to 20. And to be able to do that against the D's, Friday night footy, it brings a lot of energy to the team, as I said, and gives you a lot of confidence that we can keep getting better, which is important.
Keep going with that. And touching on being down in Melbourne and being in front of our fans, we had our open training session the day before, and I'm not sure about you, Huey, but a lot of feedback for the potty, wasn't it? So everyone that we saw out there, thanks for the comments, and we're going to keep going with it. It's been, I feel like we've flown through it this year, but as I said, we've 19 episodes down, which has been good fun, and looking forward to keep getting better and bigger things ahead.
We had one guy say that he's really loving knock-ons.
Yeah. So you guys loving the knock-ons podcast. Just make sure you get everyone's names right.
Did you go along with it, or did you correct him?
I went along with it. He was so passionate about it.
In front of so many people.
I would hate to turn around, and I feel like everyone else started giving him a couple of side eyes, but
everyone's pretty happy with it. All I just get asked about is a quiz.
Yeah.
They think it's the most serious thing of all time. It's like a blemish on my character for losing these
so many quizzes. I know. And you got done by Brownie, and we got Huddo on today, so he should beat Huddo. If he doesn't beat Huddo, he's going to be copping it all week round. But the best thing about footy is we get to turn it around this week, and great opportunity against Geelong, who have, I guess at the start of the year were got a little bit slow to get going, but they're really starting to play the footy that got them going last year, and you can see that happening, which is exciting, and it's a perfect chance to come up against a good team and, answer all the questions from last week.
Yeah, we've had a few good battles with them lately. We didn't play as well as we would have wanted to in that final, and they were just a class above, so that was last year. But, we had them in the pre-season, and we learned a lot from that game, and hopefully we can put our best foot forward here at the Gabba again in front of our home crowd. And, it's really exciting to be able to play another really, really solid team. I don't think they're in the top they might be just pushing into the 8 now.
I think they're
but
fifth.
They're fifth now, yeah.
Yeah, so they've found their way up, which has been really good.
But yeah,
so.
just watching them of late, they look like they've really hit their straps again and really dangerous team. Their forward line's extremely dangerous. So I didn't realise Hawkins, we were talking about this yesterday, he's third on the Coleman.
Third in the Coleman.
Yeah.
And they've got Grime Myers, who's playing down there like Lionel Messi at the moment. So.
Yeah, that was
should be pretty good
last week.
We got another pop-up at the Gabba Park as well, Lion Park, before the game. So if you guys want to get in there and ask me and Huey any questions that we can answer next week, make sure you get in there. I think we're going to pick a couple out and answer them. So before the game, if you're going to swing past Lion Park, look for the Ordira pop-up and shoot us in some questions that we can answer. But we're going to get the VFL head coach on next, Ben Hudson. It's going to be good to have him. He's been doing well all year, so I'm looking forward to it.
2023 Brisbane Lions memberships are on sale now.
A new era has arrived.
Go all in at membership.lions.com.au.
Cam, a few of the boys have been telling me how good our show sounded lately.
Well, they're probably listening on Ordira headphones. They personalise sound to your unique hearing profile, like 20/20 vision, but for your ears.
So you don't reckon it's just our excellent podcasting skills?
That too. I use mine for calls, music, movies, and of course, listening to our show. They're noise cancelling, Bluetooth enabled, and have 30 hours of battery life.
Brisbane Lions members can claim their exclusive 20% discount on any pair of Ordira headphones through their member page.
What's not to love? Join the club today and feel connected with Ordira.
Join the Neds AFL Open Group to connect, bet and banter with hundreds of like-minded punters and see expert tips on every AFL game this season. Take it to the Neds level. T's and C's apply. See website for details. What are you really gambling with?
Welcome back to Kick Ons with Cam and Clug. Huddo, thanks for jumping on. We've been looking forward to having you all year, mate.
That's a nice way of saying it. I was like the third stringer, just being pulled in late because no one wanted to turn up.
Oh, no, we knew we were going to bring a lot of energy, and this is where we needed it. So, do you want to quickly touch on first year as the head coach of the VFL, mate? How have you found it? Obviously, the boys have played some solid footy. How have you gone with it?
No, I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, I've worked under Fags now for nearly 6-7 years, and he certainly gives you autonomy, even more so at the VFL level. We sort of run our own show down there. I can say that, he won't listen. It's been terrific. Great experience for myself. So far, so good. I get to coach the likes of your brother, which is it's a highlight of my career. He's a much better bloke than you. It's a unique footy club in essence. You've got a few different blokes coming in from our VFL listed blokes who are performing well to our AFL listed guys and through the academy. So, it's been good.
Yeah, I saw you had a nice little pre-game initiative for the Frankston game. Do you want to talk through that?
It was fun. Frankston. I think the boys we were heading down there, and it was just Saturday night, so it was a cold evening down there. So we had a bit of time to kill, and the challenge was to find the best fun fact of Frankston.
There's some good quality content.
Oh, the WhatsApp was just hitting up. Some of the things were phenomenal. The research the boys did was next level, and just to make it non-biased, I think I made Dale Morris the nicest guy behind Frog at the footy club to decide who won, and Caelan Lane won with the fun fact that...
Do we remember what it was?
Yeah, no. Mad Max was the first Mad Max, I think, was filmed in or around Frankston.
Really?
So, mate, you learn something every day.
No way.
Did you get that prize
before your time?
One of your famous prizes?
You wouldn't believe it. The I Love Frankston shirts are out of commission at the moment. I emailed the local council, just no response. But,
we might try to chase it up for you.
I'll chase up that brewery trip that I've had for the last 5 years, just sitting there.
You don't condone responsible drinking.
That was also the same trip when you got down to the hotel. There was a rocket thrown through the front window.
No, that was last week.
That's different. But we've got this one here, Huddo, I wanted to run through you. We've done a bit of research up on LinkedIn.
Awesome. LinkedIn.
See if this rings any bells for you. I know there's no right answers to coaching, so having an open mind to advice and suggestions from a wider group ensures that a coach can continue to develop and refine your skills. Ben Hudson, LinkedIn.
Shout out to my wife, who set that LinkedIn up many years ago. I'm not quite savvy on it's on my phone, the app. I haven't used it for a while because, but...
You just get yourself out there, right?
my brand. Yeah, it's great for my brand.
So you've been ruck coach and worked with our ruck work pretty closely along the way. What has it been like working with Big O? I've seen the development from him firsthand as I got it at the same time, but how have you found that working with him?
Yeah, he's certainly come a long way. The kid from his Croydon, I reckon. And I actually met him. I started a little bit of a side hustle when I was at Collingwood, like some ruck work with some young guys. And I met him as, he might have been 15 or 16. And remember, Big O walked in the door, he was probably 56 kilos ringing well. He was probably 43 and he had a broken arm at the time. And he
that
didn't
light polo behind you over there.
Still didn't drink coffee. I met him, his dad drove him into a cafe and he wanted to, work on his craft. And it so happened I moved back to Brisbane. But fast forward a few years, and then Big O gets called out in the rookie draft, and he's pretty. He doesn't look at himself as an AFL player these days, but he's come a long way. Yeah. I reckon you boys are running off to fines now, so that's where he stands up.
Taking control of that.
He's come. He's great to work with. You know how much work he puts in. Yeah. Either through vision. He makes my job pretty easy.
All that stuff he does. Obviously, he made it a bit of a thing to go out of his way and come outside himself a little bit and stands up and does the jokes before training and does fines, which is pretty nerve-wracking, to be fair.
I've had control of that once, and I think I've rubbed a couple of people up the wrong way.
You and Witho.
You try and coach him. Oh, my God.
There's no filter with you and Witho.
No, there wasn't. But I was saying, I probably followed Marty a little bit with getting in the gym program and that. When then, obviously, with your ruckcraft, do you reckon you threw off a little bit more of that aggressive side for him to flick that switch and get out there? Because he can throw the lip with the best of them out there.
He's got better. Like, I don't reckon he spoke 3 words when he first did. He was very quiet, but he's something daunting. He's 7 foot tall.
Yeah,
and
exactly right.
Well in the hundreds now, so he's every now and then he barks back at me. So I'm a bit intimidated.
After footy as well, Huddo, you've gone in and started playing a bit of basketball. Something you've always had close to your heart. How's that been going?
Well, I was supposed to come back out of retirement again on Monday, but my mates and he had to work late. So no, I did. I was playing there. Men's A grade there for a while against much younger and a much more fitter and more skillful young men. We did all right for a while, but sort of old age injuries and lack of ability sort of caught up with us. But it was a good social aspect. So,
and what a lot of people won't know about you, Huddo, is you actually studied to be a physio.
Yep.
Back when? When was that? And
when I left school, back before your time. 90s, late 90s, early. I graduated in 2001. I think. Yeah. So shout out to my mum. I've really got a real pushed the education. Not really using it too much at the moment.
Can you go back to that or?
Yes, I will. Yeah,
you will.
I do my PD.
Yeah, he always floats through the physio.
The social side of it.
I'm always in there. Now it's something. Touch wood. If the footy club say you're gone, Ben, I'll dust off the old physio degree and get back out there.
Get the hands working.
Yeah, just those.
Me and Huey have this saying about players that have played in more than 3 clubs.
What is it?
Don't
It's either you're a stiff bloke or a shit bloke.
Ask Twitter.
If anyone hasn't seen Twitter yet, Paddy Dangerfield actually come up and spoke about someone who was the hardest he's played on, and he mentioned Ben Hudson, and he said, I don't think I've ever caught workplace bullying as much as I did when as a young bloke against Huddo.
I remember being genuinely bullied. Like, it would be, I don't think you can do it in the workplace anymore, by Ben Hudson. He'd come into the centre bounce and be like, I'm going to eat you, Dangerfield. And he'd sort of just line you up and he'd try and take you out. He could barely move, swinging elbows. So probably Huddo.
Yeah, look, his rendition or remember well done, Ben. What he remembers of what I said, I probably used a few more adjectives and descriptive words, but
that's some big boy words.
Was it hard to walk into the new clubs when you were like that?
It was, yeah. Collingwood was probably the hardest. I still remember Ben Johnson had to introduce me to the playing group, and I was well into my 30s then. That was my 4th club. And obviously we'd had some pretty at the Dogs. We'd had some fairly brutal encounters against the Pies, which they'd taken the other way. And we were over in Utah, and I travelled all that way. I'm thinking, this could be interesting. I'd only met the boys for like a day before we flew out, and all the new players got introduced. And Benny Johnson, shout out to Ben, he's a good mate of mine now, but he introduced me, and he certainly used some really average descriptive words to describe my behaviour and personality as a bloke. But then he sort of summed it up by, at least I'm that sort of bloke, but I'm on his side. Yeah. So a couple of young blokes still looked at me a bit strange, but no, I enjoyed my couple of years there.
It's gold. So you've obviously playing at 4 different clubs. You would have come across some seriously good players. Who would you rank up there with the better players that you played with?
Well, I started in Adelaide, so Andrew McLeod's probably one that sticks out for me. And as you know, she's a pretty brutal game, but he made it look pretty simple, like time sort of stood still.
Yeah,
some of the attributes I never had, so he's great to watch and play with. He's one. Probably, I did play with Wayne Carey towards the end at Adelaide, so he
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a couple of years there. Huddo.
Yeah.
Who else? Offet Goodwin. They were all stars of the game. Second club, which was, Dogs. Brad Johnson, Murphy, Gia. They're all Ryan Griffin's probably one that not many people talk about, but he ended
up going to the GWS at the end of
his
his career, didn't he?
He was one of the few, like, as you know, I was pretty quick. So, and I caught a lot of blokes, tackled him, and he was certainly one I got nowhere near.
You caught Bundy that time on the wing, did you?
I did. Yeah, I told him about that.
I remember Alan Christensen, when I first got to the club, was telling me about that story. He was giving you a bit of lip throughout the game as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
So he would have been at Geelong. You're obviously at the Brisbane.
Yep.
Talking to Huddo all game, like just poking him. Ball spills out the wing. Bundy picks it up, goes to run away from Huddo. Huddo back of the jumper grab.
I went for the tackle technique.
Written the jumper as well.
Yeah, sort of got him.
You got him with the big sling.
And after that, he goes and never stop talking to Huddo again like that.
I got lucky.
Touched on before that you played with some of the best players. Do you have any stories to touch on? You know, obviously we were saying Barry Hall before. Do you have any more stories or funny things you remember about them?
Oh, I just remember, and Rog Merritt was obviously a fullback here at the Lions, and I just remember every time we played the Lions, Big Rog would bump into me before the centre bounce and we'd yell at each other and call each other ugly redheads like we did. And then towards the end, I'd just say, hey, mate, just off you go. What are you wasting energy? You just beat Barry Hall when he'd just be frothing it out.
Wait in the goal square.
He'd be wrestling him and it was a running joke, man, Hawley. I was like, I'll touch him up early.
You could work on him later.
But Hawley was, if you know Barry, he's a lovely, quiet character who... obviously he was quite aggressive and very skillful as a full forward, and then he could box.
Yeah.
My claim to fame is I held the pads a couple of times, and there was no way I'd do it.
Never had to get in the ring?
Oh, absolutely no chance. I used to tell everyone how good it was.
I didn't have to see it.
I held the gloves once with Barry. I didn't even see it. And he didn't. He's pretty good at that. So good on him.
Also, something funny I remember about you, Huddo, is when I first got to the club, me and Bez had to always pick on you and Harney as our coaches. And it was just a running joke that we had for a couple of years there. Like, it went all the way to Huddo and Harney picking up Bez by the legs and fucking him in the toilet.
that just sounds like bullying. What's in the toilet? Was the
ice part. That sounds like a toilet. We're going off workplace bullying. One of the funniest stories I remember though was obviously when I was a little bit younger, I wasn't as probably strong as Harney, so I had to sneak up on him and always come behind him. So I'd run up behind him when he wasn't looking and drop him or grab him in a headlock.
Then it'd be all in.
And then it was an all-in brawl. And I remember one of the times me and Bez were going pretty hard on Harney. Like we got him behind. Huddo had already gone off the track, so he was by himself. And we brought him to the ground. We're beating him up, and then he retaliated for 2 seconds and got me in a headlock. And then Damien, our high performance manager, went, "Not on his neck, Harney," and like cracked it at him. And Harney's like walking away like, "Oh mate, sorry, I didn't mean it." He's seeing red though. Oh mate,
it happened at the most inopportune times, and everyone else would be standing there going, "What is going on here?"
And us four are in a full.
We've matured a lot.
You're a coach now.
Respected.
Oh no, it's good fun to think back on times like that. But we're going to get into the quiz. Huey, I'm not sure if you've heard about the quiz. We've done about probably 15 or 16. And Huey's two wins.
2 wins. But I haven't done them all. I've probably done 12,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's not really-
It's not much better, but
Yeah, just under 10%.
So the pressure's on you, Huddo.
Right.
So it's more like kind of general knowledge.
Yep.
Uh,
My
there's-
name's my buzzer. What's
yeah,
Yeah, name's your buzzer. Presented by Ned, so it's been sponsored. It's a big
it's
deal.
probably the most
Jesus,
popular
big.
part of the show.
Yeah.
Right, so we waxed the 15 minutes wait. Right.
The first one's going to be an interesting one. We've got a maths question to start. All right.
Multi-choice or is it just...
No, you got to give me the answer.
right out.
It's not my strength.
What is 7 times 8
Glug.
times 10?
Oh, Glug.
Yes.
560.
Oh. I thought he can't answer 12.
Well, I had it.
Didn't give
I waited. I said 560.
That's a clear win.
Yeah,
You've got to say it straight away. You can't go 5 times 6.
Well, you can't jump the
times
gun,
10.
mate.
Yeah, he jumped the
You're
gun.
the one that was calling out Bez the other week when he was
1-0.
jumping the gun.
1-0.
I don't know if... Yeah, okay.
Okay, multiple choice, all right?
All right. How many multiple choices?
No, there's 4.
Right.
How many hit-outs did Huddo have in his career? This is a multiple choice. You've got to wait till I finish the end of the question. A, 1,567. B, 2,906. C, 3,013. Or D, 2,762.
Glug.
Yep,
C.
incorrect.
Genuine guess.
Yeah. What?
Do you want me to give you them again?
Yeah, go. It can't be...
All
wasn't
right, A,
that many.
1,500. B,
Yep.
2,900. C, 3,000. D, 2,700.
Oh, probably 15 a game. So what's that, 100? Yeah, maybe D.
Incorrect as well. The answer
Plug
was-
A.
No. I'll give that to Huddo. It's B. 2,900. That's very impressive.
Jeez, I grabbed it out of the rain. Does that count? No.
How many to advantage?
54.
I can't wait to come back. Yeah. That's why I said I like your brother better.
1-1. Before the game, who fell with himself on Friday night attempting to be Razor Ray at the centre bounce?
Plug.
Huddo.
Bales. Yes, that was very funny. Cameras do not miss. They've
He
got
come
everything.
in before the game and gone, geez, I've just hit myself in the head with the ball. He goes, it was a long time before, so hopefully the cameras weren't on. And I'm like, no, they've got you for sure.
Friday night footy, not many cameras there.
All right, true or false? Sharks have no bones in their body.
Glug. True.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Huey, true. There we go.
You wouldn't put it on there if it was
3-1.
false.
Oh,
it?
yeah, or we can give you the last question if you want, but
yeah.
it's more of a
well,
just
come
to
on, mate.
make you feel better.
You do that to me, so let's go.
All right, what special edition flavour did Pepsi bring out in honour of Darcy
Glug.
Wilmot?
Steak.
Yeah, they brought out a steak flavour
Did they
Pepsi.
actually, or did they
I
just
think
put a
they just
photo
put
up?
a photo up for him. But
The Moddy edition.
hard over, like mate. But,
Yeah, no, awesome.
That's right. You can.
Roll me
you
up.
beauty.
I
And
thought
the one question we got was just a considerable one to give to that person as well.
True.
Thanks for coming in, Huddo. You've been awesome for the VFL this year and they're doing really well. So you always bring energy and we love having you around. So thanks for jumping on,
And
mate.
I'm a dumb ruckman. Awesome.
And if
Thanks,
you haven't,
Huddo.
make sure you get to Lion Park on Saturday, record your questions for me and Huey next week. And we'll see you next week.